I have this thing about drivers that don't respect car or crew. Drivers that think go fast means thrash it, beat it, or drive it like you stole it. That's wrong. Drivers should be required to watch this BMW GT3 build-up to appreciate the time, team effort, and work that goes into a race car. Then maybe they'll understand the impact their impacts and on-track ham-fisting inflicts upon the crew. On second thought, drivers should not watch. It'll only make them not risk the pass or go to the edge to go faster. But then again, Senna, Stewart, and Mario were quick, and they never needed a trash bag to bring back the car. This is a golden era in motorsports. Screw the economy, the green police, and auto brands that think great marketing is an Oprah car giveaway. Yep, I hear GM's gonna do it again. It's golden time because there's a global order to racing, and the rules are getting more manufacturers into racing. Cost control, technical relevance, and logic, they just met at turn 1 and everyone got through. Okay, let me explain. Last week, the Intercontinental Le Mans Cup, ILMC, kicked off at Silverstone. Now this is a global sports car series. Petit Le Mans, October 2nd is next, then China. 7 races in 2011, adding Sebring, Spa, Le Mans, and Toyota-owned, hint hint, Fuji in Japan. So now we have global order. F1 for open wheel, ILMC for sports cars, and WRC for, you know what, rally's just cool. The Intercontinental is Le Mans 24 sanctioned, which means gas, diesel, and hybrid tech. LMP2 run production motors, and GT, they're sports cars. Manufacturers are buying in. Audi, Peugeot, Aston Martin are building new LMP cars for 2011. Expect the R18 to be a V6 turbo diesel coupe with curves from that hybrid Porsche. It's the same company, right? Diesel hybrid for Pug, and the AM will be gas, and they'll all be at Sebring. In LMP2, Judd is selling this BMW-based V8 to add to a huge list of brands. In GT, everyone except Corvette has committed to the Intercontinental. But Pratt & Miller is working a Cadillac design, not to replace Corvette. Maybe to be GM's ILMC car? I hope so, because this crap ain't selling the brand versus BMW and Mercedes. And remember the Toyota hint? Think this LFA. Could be. In other racing, the global engine is bringing in manufacturers too. Here's the mini WRC car testing. VW, Lotus, and McLaren are planning their plans. Others too. So here's a question for you. Who else should be racing? With what and where? Back to Audi, because Audi's coming back to ALMS. They're taking bids from Penske, Highcroft, and Wayne Taylor, that Grand Am connection, to run 2 LMP cars and to service R8 customer cars in GT. Audi will offload the R15 to ALMS to get the final value out of that investment and keep R18 for ILMC and Le Mans. The logic? The Silverstone race, because the Pugs 1-2 win pummeled the R15 again. You know, like a last-minute prom date, the R15 is ugly in every way. The paint job sucks, the diff blows in 15 laps, and they can never find a setup to cure the understeer. But Roger could make it work. Highcroft should stay with Honda, and Taylor can stay dead to me for trying to steal my sponsor back in 1992. Monza F1, and what did we learn? Alonso's still in the championship. 24 points separate the top 5, 25 points equal a win, and 5 races to go. But isn't Alonso on his 7th of 8 engines and soon to be taking grid penalties? That'll make it tougher. It was fascinating to watch Button, with F-duct downforce, hold off the low-drag Ferrari with his corner speed advantage. And it told me to let Alonso pit first. Instead, the hard tire outlap cost Jensen, and that challenge should have been delegated to Fernando. Hey, Red Bull, want to see how to start a race? Watch the 3rd row from the Monza GP2 sprint race. And he didn't jump the start. Lewis gets 2 comments. 1, never F with the F-duct. Picked up 8 miles an hour on the Monza straight, but Button was 0.6 quicker per lap. Number 2, when you snark on Vettel for making kid-like gaffes, don't make one the next day, while Vettel delivers. So time for you to give me your F1 champion predictions, please. Who and why? I got mine. And it ain't Liuzzi, but I loved his Monza helmet. So what to end with today? How about we look back at the world sports cars when they were a global series? Let's start with my translation of a 1991 Schumi interview when he first raced for Mercedes. This will be my signature move. 19 years forward, I plan to put the shoulder on Rubens too. I don't know what that accent was, but JF, roll the racing, please. Thanks. tinyurl.com/DPSucks to read why Danica Patrick can't drive a race car. Then replace her name with Dale Jr. and read it again. Two of the most popular US drivers, and they can't drive nails, let alone race cars.